Now, let's take a quick review of all the equipment we will be using during our soap making process. And first of all, we need a kitchen. An ordinary kitchen with a stove, gas or electric, it doesn't matter, with kitchen ventilation systems or simply speaking with a vacuum exhauster, with power sockets, with a sink and with working space. Digital scales. You need two types of digital scales. One for larger measurements, which show grams without decimals. These scales have 15 kg capacity. And another smaller, which show milligrams with 2 decimal places. And it's very convenient to have those with 500 grams capacity. Hand blender. I recommend buying a cheap hand blender only for your soap making. For example, this blender costed me about 10 euro in a local supermarket and I'm using it for my soap making for about 6 years or so. Digital touchless thermometer with a large temperature range. I highly recommend buying exactly this type of thermometer. It has to be digital and it has to be touchless. Because at a certain stage of soap making process, you're gonna have to measure both lye and oil temperature. And you're gonna have to do it rather quickly. So it's extremely convenient to do that with this type of thermometer. And it's extremely inconvenient with other types of thermometers. Next, we need a heat-resistant pot with a cover. This one has about 1.5 liter capacity. And we need a larger bowl to make a water bath, because we will start our soap making experience in a most classical variant ever, making it on a water bath. Next, I'm just showing this little thing I'm also using, which is a silicone pancake mold, I guess. I'm using it as something like a layer between the pot and the bottom of a bowl. It makes the pot more stable, so it's not shaking and jumping while the water is boiling in the water bath. Very convenient, I definitely can recommend it. Heat-resistant beakers. I'm using those for lye and acid mixing. You can use any heat-resistant dishes, but please make sure that it is safe, resistant, and you will use it only for your soap making. Please find any dish for lye measuring. I'm usually using this old little bowl and plastic disposable teaspoons. You can also use disposable dishes, but me personally, I don't like them, because little pieces of sodium hydroxide tend to stick to its walls. So I prefer something made from glass or ceramics for lye measuring. We also need silicone spatulas, of course heat resistant, any sieve, pH measuring stripes, a silicone mold for our future soap, kitchen towels. Prepare also some old towels, they will be very useful. A calculator, a piece of paper, pens and markers should always be at hand during the whole process. And of course, we need a protection equipment which we'll be using during lye measuring and mixing. Good quality latex gloves, which are convenient for you personally, protective glasses, and a respirator. So, I'm ready for my soap making and excited to share with you my experience. Gather ingredients and equipment and see you in following chapters.